sang this, waiting be this one like this, for example, peace. The wife, Wunmi, left him because she feels maybe this guy is just like struggling and there's not released any music for a long time, so he was struggling. So Wunmi left Mohbad. So that was around the time she got pregnant with, she brought that pregnancy from God knows where. And Mohbad released Peace and then trended again, and then she came back into Mohbad's life. So his art is not working. His art is not working. Probably is not beating for her again. Something. Like to be pied, because this talent is too much. I don't know. Sometimes I was thinking maybe there should be like an organization dedicated to protection of talent like this, because Mohbad was not only a singer, was also a songwriter. You don't get to see much people that sing and write songs like this. I think the last person we had, the last real songwriter that we had that was a singer was Da Green also. So you don't get to see these guys like easily, because some people are songwriters, some are singers. So it's hard for you to see a songwriter, a singer, and also a rapper like Mohbad, because that is like a full package. Like it's hard to see. Most of them are in the Hall of Fame. So I don't know why Nigerians treat it genius like this. They just wasted this guy for absolutely nothing.
Crocodile. A couple of weeks ago, I said the same thing on this platform. He was a genius. He was gifted. He was gifted. He can do anything with song. Write, sing, Fuji, juju, rap, anything he can do with ease. If you can tell your own story through music every time, it shows you can sing with ease.
Yes.
Don't forget.
That's true.
He didn't really go to school. He went to Polytechnic. He didn't attend class. So that education was lacking. Yet he was getting there. Honestly, I can bet my life on it. If that guy were to be alive, he was going to win Grammy. Forget it.
Mohbad is so good.
Don't argue. Forget it.
Mohbad is good. He came in prepared. It was a full package, because you don't get to see songwriters, singers, and rappers at the same time. 3 in 1. Even Drake is not a full package, and he has been singing for a very long time. And the songs just keep coming. The song didn't finish.
And even to corroborate, okay, tell me how many artists in Nigeria that had a disagreement with their record label and still made it.
Yes.
That guy, that pains me more. That guy
is painful. It's painful. No,
that guy,
he died like a. It's so easy. It's too just. He should be protected. He should be given all of fame. He should be given titles, because it's hard to see raw talent.
See what like Burna Boy is doing now. Mohbad was surpassed it. What Burna Boy is doing now.
But wait, chessman, make una wait. You see, there is this saying that says a prophet is never recognized in their own land. And what just came to my mind is simply this. Many of the great prophets, they don't spend much time on earth, but they are more impactful when they have good progenitors or some people that can guide them. When Jesus Christ was coming, John the Baptist came before him to be a forerunner. And John the Baptist started the preaching of the man that is coming to save Israel. And when he came, Jesus Christ has a different style. People around him, suppress him. His own people pied him. But something that worked for Jesus was this. His family were with him. His mother and the mother of John and Martha and all of those, they are all with him. They are always following him. They go wherever he is because they believe in him. Now, how is Mohbad's own different? His own family do not believe in him. As far as I'm concerned, it's his family that made his light to dim when it's supposed to be shining. This is when he's supposed to be fulfilling his purpose. But what did they do to him? The people he worked for, slaved for, the people he fed, housed, clothed, These are the people that left him in the cold. They stripped him naked, push him into the winter to freeze to death. He freeze to death. And that is simply how I will explain it. And even after he died, what happened? Chaos among them, fighting over nothing. And this is the guy that fed all of them. Even if he did not feed them throughout their lifetime, but he at least fed them for more than 1 year. And this is what you find. Yorùbá ní tògìrì ò bá lanu aláǹgbá ò lè wọ̀. If his own team had protected him, if there were no frenemies in his camp, maybe he would have lived longer. Maybe he would have died at 40, but he would have done more things. Of course, he's going to have enemy within the industry, but his team will be tight. And that is why you have team all around him. But what did they do to him? They eat his food, yet they poisoned him. They eat his money, yet they destroyed his treasure. They tell him, we love you, yet they were stabbing him behind. These are the people he was surrounded with. The song you just played, he's professing his love. He felt lonely, yes? But hey, who is he really lonely for? We all can see the result of that loneliness. He fell helplessly in love. Helplessly. Even when he knew that she wasn't good for him, he stayed. He believed love conquered all. But he was mistaken that in life is more than love. Open your eyes, even when you love. Because those who you love are the first to stone you when the chips are down.
Aristocrat.
It's a lesson for all of us.
Aristocrat is a lesson. And I will say it Yoruba for some certain reasons. Shengbomi.
Deprive àwọn tó kù
We can
now.
hear
Now,
you.
no, kọ́ lọ́gbọ́n now. Kọ́ àwọn tó kù lọ́gbọ́n now.
Okay. The reason is, but Coco, it's not easy for me to say in English. I tell you what. So I've got this friend. I've known him for 30 years. He came to my home and started flirting with my wife. And he went to my wife and whispered into her ears, "Mark Pemiloruko." Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
He told me fún ẹ.
Over nírùngbọ̀n ni náà, fa mi nírùngbọ̀n.
Okay. And what did I do? Mo le lọ. Yeah, my wife reported to me the lelo. So when you talk about frenemies, you have to take action. In fact, tó bá ní that power to take action over your wife or your girlfriend with me, or you can action to take over their yachts, the Daroshas, the whatever. You knew that they were frenemies. You could have taken action. Say, fuck off.
But towards the twilight of his life, he was making new friends.
Chessman.
He was making new friends. Sure,
Okay, Titus.
Chessman,
Yes.
do you remember
New friends.
that he was making new friends towards the twilight of his life? He was making new friends. But he was too late, but he was making new friends.
Yeah. Chessman, you want to also try to understand, the whole story, and the little that we have is, okay, he joined the Malians and we understand how it runs in there. It's a competition. They are not friends. They are competitors, So you could easily call all those people around him in the Malian house frenemies as well, and he just, I don't know.
Even after he left, even after the people he was living with, the people he
Yes,
actually
correct.
housed.
Correct. But then there's a common factor with the Malians and in the house, which is CY, because whatever was going on in the Malian house was being learnt by CY as well. I believe that was a school.
I mean, what I want to ask Aristocrat one question, and the question is this: it's a little bit. I would like to get like some kind of philosophy. You can philosophize if you want to. Now, we have a situation in the world that has been happening before we existed, in which people who bring new things, new ideas, new concepts, new methods, new style or those guys, or anyone who expand the frontiers of any new thing, that bring in a new school, they are usually first of all persecuted, then nailed to the cross. Most of them do not live long to reap the fruits of the new things that they bring to the world, the new system that they bring that is larger than the current system that they met. Why is it that anybody who dares to start something new, why is it others, those kind of genius, why do they, even if it's a different thing for them not to be accepted or for their ideas not to be accepted, but most of them, they die young. They die so young. Some of them are in the Club 27. Why do we have a system in the world like that? What do you think could be the reasons for it?
You see, truth be told, the world is controlled by some other things. Now, the world where we live, we don't really want change. The world don't want change. People like to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But if you tell them a new way to do it, they will not accept it. Because one, they see you as coming to tell them that they are fools for what they used to do. Two, so some are benefiting from the old order. And if you change it, instead of them to see the positive side of it, it is the negativity that will affect them that they will be seeing. And they will kick against it. Three, there are some people that have turned themselves to chairmen and Lord of the Rings. So when someone comes with a new thing, they will say, you cannot take our shine. It will not happen. That is human nature for us. Now, because that is human nature, it will continue to be. But at certain time of life, there will be disruptors. People that will come and disrupt the order. They might not spend longer time. Now, God also gives human beings certain ability. If you are someone that wants to be a changer, you don't walk alone. Because if you try to walk alone, your change will not have effect. What do? We learn from Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ knew that his time is determined by an higher body. What did he do? When he stepped out to start the gospel, he went to get disciples whom he will teach what he knows so that they can continue. Now, if you know you are a changer, you should have at the back of your mind there will be people that will fight against it. What do? Gather people that will continue, that even when you are not there, they will continue with the principle that you set. That is when you benefit. But be mindful that among those people you gather, there will always be a Judas. It is still human nature. That is how the world is ordered. So when we understand how the world is ordered, and you find yourself a peculiar person that ought to make change, put at the back of your mind, I must have friends and enemies, and I must use them rightly to achieve what I want to achieve, because my time is limited. Once you do that, when you go, you yourself, you are satisfied. When Jesus was living, he was satisfied because he had disciples. Why did the Pharisees and Sadducees and the Romans needed someone to point him out? Because the history told us that they dress alike, they look alike. You cannot say who Jesus is except when he's preaching. That is when he will sit on the top. But when they are walking together, you don't know Jesus from Peter. They have the same beards, they wear the same kind of outfit, they wear the same kind of, their hair are grown. So you need someone in the inner circle to point him out. So they needed a Judas, who by divine way is also the treasurer, who now went for little money. He had so much, but they offered him little to betray the boss. So he understood those principles. And I think when we look into history, what is happening now has happened before. There is nothing new. We just have to hold ourselves and do the right thing. But just like I said, the unfortunate thing for Mohbad's way is the people that he should trust, because everyone must trust someone he should trust, did not provide that trust he needed They did not support him enough for him to be very strong. Just like a soldier, when a soldier goes to war, his family is praying for him back home, and he has them in their mind. So when he's at war, because of that prayer, they are constantly calling him. In the spirit realm, himself will be reminding, they will be in his heart. So he will fight so hard. I must go back home to see my children. I must go back home to see my loved one. Those things keep them fighting. But if you see someone that has nothing to go back home for, he's praying to die himself. Because when he gets back home, who is he going to associate with? Nobody. I better make a coup, make them turn me to an hero. But someone that has people back home do not want to be an hero. He wants to be an example for others to emulate so that they can pass the knowledge. But if you don't have anybody to look for, oh, let me be an hero, kill me, Atukusogun. And I think it's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of things. Life teaches us a whole lot of things. But we just have to sit down and look at this thing and think and guide ourselves. Whatever happens, we all must learn from it. It is not to, chastise those who have done things. Not that we are better than them. Not that we are better than them. If we were in their position, we might have done worse. If someone is helplessly in love with a wrong person, there is nothing they will tell you that you will change. You will tell them to shut up, none. And if it happens, I die no. But it will happen because you allow your heart to rule. But there is no creative that will not fall for love, because they preach love. They preach love. It is that ability to reach to your inner being, to your soft place. That is what makes you to write those songs. If you are a man that has a strong heart, you will not be able to write song, but you'll be able to write petition. But to write soft song, to be philosophical, to look into some things, love song, to be open, to be able to be vulnerable, you must be soft to be vulnerable. If you're not soft, you cannot be vulnerable. So it is what helps you to survive. In some cases, those are those things that also causes your downfall somehow. So it's your ability to balance it. That is what I think actually. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And we can see his pain and the whole thing. So, I want to ask is this, because this is not going to be the last time something like this is going on. We're still going to have a lot of talented youths. It might be in music, it might be in science, it might be in some other field of endeavors that are like this. So the thing is this: how do we protect, or at least how do we? Because what I think is, in the Western world, they have lists of endless list of inventors in science, in music, in all fields of human endeavor. We can see that the Western world has a hall of fame for their heroes. They protect them, and where they are alive, they give them the opportunities, they fund them, and when they pass away, they venerate them, they immortalize them. And I don't think we have such setting in the African system, like in the Nigerian system. We don't have an elaborate or a well-founded or a well-organized system where our heroes are appreciated enough for them to motivate the new generation of heroes. So let's say in the next few years, we see another Mohbad, or we see someone like that exhibits such kind of talent on that level and genius, but is also vulnerable, hated, beaten, harassed, prone to all sorts of roughness of the system. What should we do,
Crocodile,
in your opinion?
Crocodile, please, wait. Listen, you're taking Nigeria too far. Honestly, Nigeria is not ready for this kind of thing. 100%. They're not ready. Ordinary crime, they can't even solve. Now they want to protect talent. Even the music industry in Nigeria is not even regulated. It's not regulated. Nigeria is not ready for this kind of thing. I get your point, but listen, for me, the answer is 0.
Chessman, we are just trying to prepare.
Oh yeah,
It's a
oh yeah.
preparation for the future. We don't have
Crocodile.
to.
Yakida low
Let's
jare.
assume.
Chessman
Let's
is
So-
assume.
Chessman, look at the cup half full, not half empty.
Come on.
Don't be too pessimistic. And I'll give you history
As
that
in, if
Nigeria
you can relate, if
have
you can relate
achieved a
it
lot
to
of things.
aristocrats,
I
if you
will-
could relate to like the music industry and especially obviously Mohbad's case, it would be nice.
Yes, this is what I'm going to do. As for me, there are some principles in life that, like I said, the world has been created in a way that you cannot fault the other. It is not by us, it is the way it's created. Just like when you plant a seed in the earth, if the seed do not go rotting, it will not recreate. And before you even see the works of the recreation, it will have grown its root, tap enough, and begin to shoot out. That is when it is ready to receive the sun. But if you go under, it has done a lot of things. Now, let's look at talents. Let's look at Moses. Let me use Moses. When Moses was battered, when his parents were in captive in Egypt, the king had saw that someone is going to be born through his diviners. And he said they should kill all firstborn, male firstborn, all across the Jew settlement. And they were killing them. But when Moses' mother gave birth to him, Moses was his third child. She protected him because she saw him as a rare gem. A mother identifies that you have given birth to a king. You have given birth to someone that is different. So that is where it starts from. The family and the mother first and the father. Were they able to foresee that who this child is going to be? Did they pay the price to groom him, to protect him? Let's go abroad. Let's look at Beyonce. Before Beyonce met Jay-Z, her parents took care of her, surrounded her, protected her. Let's look at the Jackson family. Their father and mother protected all of them. They didn't go to school. They referred to them as very harsh parents and all that. But they protected them because
Burna Boy.
They knew. Let's come to Nigeria. Burna Boy's mother is still protecting Burna Boy till now. Let's go before Burna Boy. King Sunny Ade's mother before she died. Nobody can touch King Sunny Ade. King Sunny Ade is a free man, he's a lovable wife, he had many wives and children, but his mother protected him. In a period when you go to sing as a musician, some people will use juju, your speaker will not speak. No sound will come from a new speaker. You can buy 100 new speaker, no sound will come out of it. In some cases, they will sit and they will not be able to stand up. In some cases, once they step on the stage, they will fall down. Like juju, they walk. But King Sunny Ade's mother protected him, stayed with him. And that is the job of the family. And that is the job parents are meant to do. In this case of our dear Mohbad, did the family do enough to protect that guy? The answer is left for us to answer.
Aristocrat,
You
sorry,
know,
sorry to interrupt. Aristocrat, wait, please, sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Even when it was advised, okay, for them to get a cloth that he actually sweated on, the mother confirmed that she gave a fake cloth. Do you get that bit?
Yes. Now, no, for me, I'm not going to say that. For us, it's for us to judge. Now, let me you. Some people will say, oh, the father did more. The mother, it is not enough. When Jesus was born and they were to kill children, when Herod said they should be killing children, what did the parent do? Was it the father alone that carried the child? It was father and mother. And where did they run to? They ran back to Egypt. Ran back to Egypt where their forefathers were held in captive. They ran back to Egypt. When David was made king, Saul came to the house of Jesse and chose David, who was the youngest, who was a shepherd. His brothers, if you read the history of David, you will imagine his family. They have more male, and they are, I would say, beautiful. I will not use handsome, beautiful men. The shortest among them is 6 feet and above. David was a very tall man, and he was shorter than his brothers. His brothers were handsome, well built. They were warriors. But when Saul picked him, he told his father, I have anointed your son. Nobody must hear about it. Even his brothers did not know. His brother did not know. The father kept it because that is the role of parents. You must protect them. And that was what Joseph and Mary did for Jesus. They took him to Egypt till they were told to come back. Now, this is the first step, the job of the parent. Now, in a situation just like we still have many like Mohbad. One of the problems we do not have in the society is you have few people that have seen life, and these young people do not want to go to them and learn. You know, in the olden days, just like the Igbo tradition, where people go to learn trade from their masters. Why are you with your masters? So that you can learn the trade. Even after you know you can do it yourself, you still wait for another 3-4 years so that you can understand some things. And when you start on your own, they will still be supporting you. Now, I mentioned these people that their parents supported. Burna Boy is a classical example. If Burna Boy travels today, the mother follows him. It's not that the mother does not want to enjoy, doesn't want to sit back and say, they go, you are grown. No, she knew why she's following the son. Now, as the parent of Mohbad, did they do that? The father tried. But you know, Yoruba will say, Ojú mẹ́rin ló máa ń bí ọmọ. Ìgbà ojú ló máa ń báyàn wò. But ojú mẹ́rin tó bí ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ dúró tọmọ yẹn. It is 4 eyes that give birth to a child. But thousands of eyes will help you to nurture the guy. But those 4 eyes, when they are alive, they must stand by him to protect him. But this did not happen in his own. So for us, going forward, young people, number 1, must learn to respect elders. Number 2, must learn that this world is not about Idon Blue. It is not how far, but how well. And they must get the right definition for success. And at the same time, they must listen to know that when you are cautioned about the friends you keep, you must yield to caution. As much as your parents will play their part, they are the ones to make the right decision by the guidance of their parents. Because it will come to a level they can only advise you, they can't force you. Now, if you've been warned about some friends, yield to it because you make friends and you lose friends. The friends you have when you were at certain age, you might not have them when you grow up. You have friends for 2 days, you have friends for 10 years, you have friends for 1 year. You have lovers that you think you will end up husband and wife, but something happened, you did not end up like that. And some people that you felt you will never marry, they became your wife and they became the best friend you will ever have. That is how world is. So young people just need to learn, and they should understand that the world order will not change because of them. The order will always be there. Apply yourself to it. Resources is abound. Let it guide you. Because Bashodafin Loyale is always available for Ìyàwó to chop.
Of course.
So they just have to learn from me. That is what I think. But
Yeah.
that does not mean we will not still have casualty in future. That will always be deviant.
Aristocrat. In the case of Mohbad, the very first red flag was the pregnancy. Okay? How can a girl of 22, 21, whatever, saying,
Oh, you got it wrong.
No.
You got it wrong. No, wait, Baba. His very first red flag was when himself and Prime Boy, because they always pray, they told them,
oh,
the
yes,
women
yes.
in your life, they are not good for you.
You are
His friend,
correct. You are
yielded
correct,
to
sir.
that.
You are right.
That
You
is
are
the
right.
first place he should have taken his
You are right.
decision.
You are right.
But he
I'm
didn't
talking
take
about
it.
from Baba now. I'm talking from Baba because when they went to pray, Baba was not there. But from Baba perspective, okay, the very first flag was that pregnancy. Because the question is, how can a girl of 21, 22, who is not even married, looking for pregnancy? And then the second red flag was turning an introduction into a wedding. I've been through it: introduction, engagement, marriage. How can you turn an introduction to a marriage? So that was the very, the second red flag, or the third one. But, see, with due respect to Baba, I don't mean to be rude, but I put all these things down to poverty. Poverty. Olomaje carry. P Square said it the other day that.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go on, sir.
Yoruba will say, àìnáwó lọ́wọ́ ò pani lórúkọ dà. Chief or Mr. ló máa yọ kúrò ńbẹ̀. And Yoruba also say, agídí tálíkà ò lè fowó rà. Because you are not affluent, you are not rich, does not mean you cannot put your feet down. You see, nígbà tí ọmọ tó bá ti ga ju onírè wọn lọ, nǹkan tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. And if parents do not put their feet down, they will always come to be blamed. At my age, my father, if he calls me and I say, Daddy, talk to me on phone, if he says, and what he wants to tell me, he can tell me on phone, he will say, I want you to come to the house and I want to talk to you. I have to go because I understand who he is to me and I honor him as such. If my dad says don't do it, I will not do it as long as he's alive. It was because the way I was brought up. He is my boss. I might not have any boss in the world, but my father is my boss. And even when I was growing up, if someone does something to me that my father don't do, I will fight with that person. I'll give you this example. I was working with one of my bosses. He's like a brother to me. So he did something to me, and I was angry. So on his table, on his glass table, he used his two hands to slam the table. Everything on those tables jump up. Guy, he be my boss, so he be the MTO. Omo, mo ya were enjoy. I told him, I said, since I was born, even my father that I reference after God has never banged the table. And that day I resigned. Though. The man was begging me back to say, "Ṣé wèrè ń ṣe ẹ́ ni?" But because the way I grew up, I see my father as my idol. And that is the way the Bible taught you. Parents are idol or God to the children. How strong do you have influence on your children? That when you tell them, oh boy, sit down, you might be rich, you might have every wealth in the world, but you are not as poor as I am. You might be taller than me, but you are not as short as I am. You might have strength, but you are not as weak as I am. You might look fresh, but you are not as rough as I am. Your eyes might be sharp, but your eyes is not as weak as mine. So what do you think you have that is more than me? I have things that you too, that I have that is more than you. So sit there, and this is how this thing is going to run. And that is how it's going to run. Except you want to change your name from my name. That is how parents talk when they see great danger, irrespective. And that is how I grew up. That is how my grandparents do it. When we go to the palace, that is how they talk. And when they are talking, who are you to say no? If you will be murmuring, they will see you murmuring. It's your pocket. It is when that thing happens that you yourself, you will come and prostrate for them. Daddy, I saw what you saw. I just see. They will smile. But as a father, you must put your feet down. Even if you are a mother, put your feet down. And that is the culture of the African society. We might not be as advanced as the white people, but the culture we have is deeper than what they have. And when we usurp our own responsibility to our children because they are giving us money for food, then we are failed. We are failed. And that happens in many homes. Happens all around us. You will see young people. They will say they don't blow. They will go and do yahoo yahoo. It is their parent that will help them to go and register the car they got from through yahoo yahoo. It is their parent that will help them to sit in POS shop that they said they are using the yahoo yahoo money to put down. It is their parent that will be living in those houses they use yahoo yahoo to get. Are they parents? And when their children are killed by fetish means or jailed, they will now say, my village people don't affect me. When you, as a father, cannot put down your feet. It happens in many ways. So, for me, we don't blame Mohbad's parents, but this is what happens. But among all this, there are still people that are instilling discipline in their children. Then what should we do? We that, and the way it is in our society, the generation before us have failed us. Our generation also is failing the younger ones. Things that we learned that make us better, we fail to teach the ones that are coming behind us. We claim it is civilization. We claim everyone for himself. It is not like that. It is not like that. So a lot of things comes to bear. So 2 hands must watch each other to be clean, not one. Thanks.
Aristocrats, please let me interject you. Good evening, every red flag. The 2 parents has too cool. Secondly, Baba try. Yoruba man sọ pé all these people you are talking that they are guiding their children, are they not a woman? Iṣẹ́ tí ìyá ń ṣe lórí ọmọ ó ju ti bàbá lọ. There's no way Baba Mohbad, he will be running for Mohbad. Hey, if you wait here, the mother, she's too cool for my liking. You talk about Sunny Ade mother. You talk about Burna Boy mother. Pasuma Wonder mother. Everybody know. Fela Kuti mother. That is work of mother. That, for me, the Baba try. Ọkùnrin ni. And moreover, he has stepbrother. Tó bá débi kan, ó máa rí ọkùnrin. But woman, she will fight with all his strength that this is my son. Ibi táwọn yẹn ti ní wàhálà ni, his mother, ìyá yẹn ò kì í ṣàbíamọ. They're not supposed to be calling her mother. That is, for me, Baba Mohbad, he still try. He's a man. I'm always tell people, to be a single father, don't compare it with single mother. It's totally different. They are single, but totally different. Kudos to that man. Me, I will not say much. For anything, I didn't blame Baba Mohbad. Because when the Baba is that is why Wunmi family hates Baba. When Baba is telling the mother, let us do it like that. And the mother is drawing back. What the Baba want to do? All this problem Mohbad have today, the mother is number 1. And secondly, the 2 parents are too cold. And Blessing supposed to stood as a mother for Mohbad. But because maybe Gbogbo wanted to do, I think that is the problem. Because I hear that Blessing too is too cool. She's supposed to stand for her brother. So that is the problem this boy have. And as you talk, when children is getting money, the parents trying to listen, they cannot talk to the parents cannot talk to the children that my son, my daughter, don't do like this. This is the way life be. They believe that is my God because the children is giving them money. It's not good. That is what caused this Mohbad problem. But for a little bit, I think I can still give the father 70% trying. Why the mother is 0? It's 0. So that's what I want to say.
Yeah, but before I go to bed, okay, I want to make my last submission. I'm going to bed. I've got.
Yes, if you go to bed, this man. Why are you mentioning bed?
Okay, Matt. Okay, Matt on the floor. Aristocrat. Hey, we're finna. Okay, anyway, listen. See, I think the best I can actually say tonight before I go to bed is that Mohbad, the talent. I call him the talent. The gifted guy. He came in the wrong family and he married into the wrong family. This guy was not loved by anybody, save for the dad. Honestly. The wife, the mother, the brother, the sister, nobody loved this guy. Nobody. He was on his own. It was rather unfortunate that this gifted guy came in.
Are you saying, if you don't mind, Are you saying that the mother-in-law of Mohbad do not love Mohbad by advising him to buy land, and they bought 2 acres of land for him?
Fuck you, Paparano. Fuck you, Paparano.
You must be crazy.
Fuck you, Paparano.
Somebody who loves somebody
What Baba is-
and the document was kept with them.
I think we're focusing on.
See, listen.
We're
listen,
focusing
guys.
on
That
the
is
wrong
true
thing. We're talking about
divine love.
uneducated. Like we're talking about a
we have to be
family that.
sincere. I mean, and they help him buy the house. The house where he is now is the owner of that house. I mean, they advised him to buy the house, and he bought the house. Now they want to hijack the house.
Listen, from my own understanding. Wait. From my own understanding, okay, Mohbad bought that house in the name of his dad. Otherwise, they will have sold it. So
Who told you that? That's a lie.
that's what the information I got.
You see, let me tell you something. That's why there was a time that you're not following, or you just oversharing. It's just painful that you guys just joined this course. All right. The game that I see, there was a time I was so mad when that information came out. And they were saying, some popular hosts were saying it, that it has been confirmed. The Baba bought that house the Mohbad bought that house in Baba's name. When I responded to it, they went back, they said there was nothing like that. I don't know what they are doing. It's like those hosts are intentionally using that information to trigger, or underground, there's a negotiation that is ongoing, and they promise to give Baba house. That house that, okay, at least you take this one. Is there anything they are doing underground that the public don't know? Quietness is the devil workshop.
Papa,
We have to be well vigilant and know what is going on in this case.
did you get info that after the guy
Papa,
died,
did you take
they tried to sell
the
the
devil's
house?
workshop?
Wait,
Funny guy.
Titus, wait. Papa, did you get information that after the death of this guy, they tried to sell the house? Was there any information like that?
They cannot sell the house.
Why did you say so?
I mean, they don't have the administration of that house.
If you had a plan to kill your husband to inherit him, you can advise him to buy the house, because you know when you kill him.
Yeah, the issue is this, right? The certificate that they've got, I think they wanted to use that certificate to get letter of administration, so that because in one of the document required to have that letter of administration over someone else's property and asset, the certificate is one of the most important documents.
Yeah, because they have to take that to probate.
We have come after them, so it will be difficult for them to go that route.
Yeah, you're right, because when they get that document, it has
You are
to
very right.
probate.
Honestly speaking, right? You know, for me, that's why I maybe I may be wrong, but I keep thinking, you know, I believe that if Baba Mohbad challenge Wumi's marriage, there's something that will come out that will favor him. Let them try to challenge that marriage, and even if at the end of the day it forced that marriage is going to be a customary marriage, then all these things that they are applying, I mean, marriage under acts, laws, statutory, they're not going to apply it. Then we're going to focus on only the customary, whatever. So you get.
Yes, you have a point.
The opportunity is still open. It's still open and it's still there.
Papa, you have a point.
I'm saying nothing about it.
Papa, wait. You have a point, okay? See, if the only ground, okay, that Papa Mohbad can actually challenge that customary marriage is he was married under duress, because he went there for engagement with just his brother, one family member, and when he got there, so they turned it to engagement. He was married under duress.
Chessman. He was not married under duress. Let me tell you something. What are we talking about, sir? If it was you and you got to a place, can't you walk out? Must you be there? Is it the jollof rice they cook that you want to eat?
No.
Or the beer they gave you? He walk out. He ought to walk. For me, nobody should tell me that the man tried. If I get there, if I don't want it, I walk out of that place. I told you this is not where we come from. I walk out. I'll take Okada. I'll be going to where I'm going. If I'm not there, they will not do it.
Only if you've got to a stage. Only if you've got to a stage where you've said, okay, you know what, this is what you want. It's your life.
Simple now.
You want
it's not to work.
That to be there.
If they like, they get married. That is to you. If they like, get married. I'm not saying me not get married. If you like, me not get married. You go come out now.
Wait, please wait. we need to understand what duress means first, okay? That is under coerce.
You know me, I no go school. Please tell us.
Okay, wait. See. So that actually qualifies under duress. It was under coerce. He got there without even measurement. They've got his clothes sewn.
No, this is what you will say. If you say he was deceived, it's
Manipulated.
different from being coerced.
Yeah.
Oh, it's same as
Coercion,
it's the same thing.
no, it's not. Oh yeah, go and check. Google it. Check your dictionary. Me, school I learn mo lo mi o lo sáwọn tó lọ sọ́sọ́. So I will read not carry.
Is a better
There is a
word.
difference between
Manipulated.
manipulation and being coerced. So please let's check. We want to educate ourselves. You know, people like me. Now evening school I go. So those of you who go Cambridge, help us read that. Okay, we understand the English.
Aristo, you're joking.
Orí Olúmọ Abẹ́òkúta ló ti kọ́ àwa ní nǹkan ló.
Because coerce actually means under duress, constraint. Okay?
Other adjectives are there. Oh yeah, go and look at manipulation.
You're muted, Papa.
As if Baba was manipulating.
There is an act of manipulating something in its the action.
Good lawyer, if a very sound lawyer carry the case, they will find a way out. I'm telling you, they know the best language to use. You may not be the one to craft it.
He was manipulated. He
It's a
was
case.
deceived. That is what he will use, not coerce. So if he was manipulated, fine. Now, that manipulation, now that he has gotten his senses that he was manipulated, let's look at action that preceded those manipulations. You know, when we're on your platform, Bapariano, saying Wumi is not married to Mohbad, Wumi is not married to Mohbad. What did Muiwa Baba, the lawyer, everybody did? What did they do? They were saying she is our wife. Now, let's look at that case. Let's look at that case of DNA that they took to court. What was it? It is Aloba versus Aloba. It is already in a legal document. You now wake up now and say she's no more our wife. Now lie.
You
No
see,
fit
that
say
one,
am again.
Baba is not guided, and he wake
You
up.
know if you do
one day,
again. What
think
you
that
want?
Women can no longer be a lawyer. It doesn't work like that. You have to speak to your lawyer. It
But
doesn't
wait,
work like that.
to be fair.
Either you withdraw the application that you have tendered to the court.
To
I mean,
be fair.
But
You cannot
Papayano,
choose when you want to wake up now.
Papayano, Wumi is not using Aloba. It was in her own passport
we know,
and
but why are they
bank
using-
account.
Why are
No,
they using-
we also knew, but the family, when we were doing analysis,
That is illiterate
this and this,
illiterate idea.
it
We're
is
supposed
not
to be calling her
illiterate. See, with all the illiterate,
What strategy? It's poor
the
strategy.
lawyer that wrote the petition and the document for the court of the DNA is the lawyer also
You
illiterate
got Aloba.
that they wrote Aloba versus Aloba there. Is it not Aloba versus Aloba? They now
supposed to
woke up
use his
now.
father's name
It is
now.
now that
Yeah.
their own 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. don't knock. Now they now
That's
woke
correct.
up and say, no,
They're just waking
you know, correct
The
again.
fact that the fact that Aristotle, right? The fact that the application that they're supposed to write once, they wrote it twice. That tells you a lot.
Twice.
What are we saying now?
So we get
We
the
dey talk
DNA
am here. We
application.
dey talk am here.
It's January. Ledarius already wrote that application. We already know that Wumi is nowhere to be found. Okay, you guys by March, you now want to write another application. Knowing
Still
fully
use
Wumi is
Aloba.
not to be found. Where you supposed to include it in case we don't see Wumi to serve her by hand. My Lord, may you grant the order to put it on her gate or to deliver it to her lawyer or some other means. In the first application, once they stamp it, and as they take it there, they don't see her, they will put it on the gate or give it to the lawyer. But then they only requested for one thing, to serve it to her. And now she's nowhere to be found. You find her, you know, see her, you now go to court back. You now apply again. And now the new application, and since she's
A
nowhere
long-
to be found, can we
wasting
put
long
on
time.
on her gate? Then the court now said, okay, go ahead. Then you now went and paste on the gate.
Wait, please, wait, guys, wait. Aristocrat,
They are playing in the
before I go
monkey
to bed,
shadow.
Aristocrat, please wait 1 second.
Then
See,
one
Aristocrat,
bicycle.
Aristocrat, wait, please. Before I want to go to bed, okay? See, I don't think it's not erroneous. It's not wrong for them to
What
refer
is
to
not
it as.
wrong?
Let me finish now.
Oh yeah,
It's
go
not
ahead.
wrong for them to refer to me as Aloba. I'll tell you why. Listen.
Yeah, call us on now. Boy,
Let
you
me
say
finish.
Taboba.
Just let me finish now.
Talking about this
Wait.
application.
Just wait. I was referring to what Ariskuta said. Listen, it wasn't wrong because under the customary law, okay, the 4 factors, the requirements were satisfied. Number 1, consent. Number 2, capacity. Number 3, bride price. And the last thing, giving away the bride. It was satisfied. So they have the right to refer to her as a wife. That's what I'm saying to you.
Why are they now saying she's not Aloba again? Why are they now saying she's not Aloba again?
No, he's trying to denounce her because of what she's done.
Afterwards, what are you denouncing? You to marry a man, you to marry a man.
See, Baba
She's
has
an
a right.
Aloba.
Okay, wait. Baba has a right. Wait now.
This time like this, they say it's time like that. It's time like this.
Wait. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Baba has a right to come out now to say she's not an Aloba because she hasn't complied with the custom of that family.
He does not have left self, either right or up or left or whatever center. He knows
Either
that
you're talking about divorce. Maybe you should be talking about divorce.
I
disagree.
I disagree.
And divorce, how would that even work?
What are you saying?
Okay, wait.
Can I say something? It might not only introduction and engagement. It might not make sense. Can I say something? You see, that family, they've been used to like exploitation. So now Baba is trying to take some power back. Maybe that's why he's refusing her to answer Aloba, because we just talked that we've been talking about.
Listen, you have to go by writing, by the lawyer. You can't say.
And probably he's doing that.
Baba didn't marry to Wumi, the son married to Wumi.
Yeah, but probably he's doing that now.
TSL, do you know nice song? Street credibility. You know when the music starts, when you start the when you start the intro, he said, he let him out, he means it is money.
Yeah.
They just woke up from their slumber.
Now he just woke up.
Nobody is not married legally now. They don't have legally married now.
No, traditionally they.
No.
Section 35.
Customary, they are married.
Section 35.
But they are not married.
Recognized.
You see, there are 2 types of marriage in Nigeria.
Three types.
Three types.
They recognize. Okay.
No, Babarano, let's just do 2. Let me talk of 2. There is marriage under customary law or traditional law. Or then you come with the one with Nikai. They are still categorized like that.
Okay.
If you marry under that one, there are some elements that must be constant for you to say a marriage has taken place. Now, if you go to church,
the one that Nikai Sharia, now don't mix things up now. Which one are you saying?
Wait. Babarano, put them together. They are still under a kind of law, not under the act. Now,
we have Sharia law under the Islamic law. We have the customary law.
Wait, Papariano. I said for these arguments, I put them under 2. One is for customary, one is under the act. For this argument, the one under the act is those one that you go to do at registry, that you call court wedding, or you go to a church that has the power to issue wedding certificates that has been authorized to. So it is under the act. Such marriage, if you want to dissolve it, you must go to High Court to dissolve it. Now, let's come to the second one, which I call both Nikai, everything. I put them under customary. There are certain things that you must satisfy for you to say they are married. Number 1, there must be consent of the parents, especially the fathers. Number 2, there must be dowry. Must be an exchange of dowry. That is the third one. But once the dowry is established and the consent of the parent is established, it is assumed that they are married under the tradition. You understand? And also, if you want to get a government certificate for that, you can now go to your local government at the customary court. They will give you a certificate for traditional wedding. Now, another thing is this. What some people still don't understand again is this. Under the Nigerian law, some people, they will go and do traditional. They will still go to Ikoyi registry that they are doing weddings. They are wasting their money. They are wasting their money because the law recognized the two. So if you go, for example, you go to Ikoyi, you do the wedding, everybody do. You still come back and do tradition. It's because you want to give people food and you want them to, because the country has already recognized that. Now, another part of it is this. A woman that is married to someone traditionally cannot go to marry under the act with another man. For example, TSL is married to Papariano now, and they are married under tradition, where they paid the dowry, their parents have consented to it. They did that in their village, in Agbama Singba, somewhere in Ibadan. Now, TSL now came to Abuja. Now, herself and Papariano, they have dispute. She now relocated to Abuja. She now met Chessman. And she and Chessman, what happened now? Oh, I used to date this guy. We just did the tradition. Not even Matajari. I just do. Now, introduction we do. Another, he keep on there. He now went to registry in Wuse and now marry under the act. If Papariano get wind of that, their marriage is not real under the law. They will say, which one did you do first? I did the one with Papariano. Did you dissolve with Papariano under the traditional law? If she says no, that we just agree to go apart. Lie. The marriage you went to do in court in Wuse, Abuja does not exist. It is null and void. You understand what I mean? So there are intrigues to all these things. So let's come back to Mohbad and the whatever. They have done the traditional whatever. After that thing happened, Baba, when Mohbad died, would have put his feet down and say, I did not go to do any wedding. No. I only went for introduction because in Yoruba land, I need to know the family first. We will now pick the date of the wedding before we do all those ones. And they will not say, that day now you did it. But I said, nah, all you did was ceremony now. I told you that you never do wedding. Now the thing where the Baba supposed they talk, it means he knows what he was doing.
That is irrelevant. Aristoka is relevant.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
But the Baba, when the Baba came out, that time that we were all saying that, oh, they no marry because the Baba say na introduction, no be engagement. They come out and say, na our wife. Leave her for us.
That is relevant. It's relevant.
Yes, man, you don't know how to win a case. I mean, you don't know how to
let me talk.
You do not lost law of case. Okay,
let me talk. This is what I do. That is relevant. Listen, that's relevant.
Okay, go ahead. What you do?
Listen, it's relevant.
We are not lawyers.
Okay,
Please tell us as a lawyer.
Let me ask you a question.
Don't ask me a question. No, as a lawyer, tell us what is right.
No, what
you said this is what you do. Tell us what is right.
Okay, relax. Do you agree that under customary law, the wife, under customary marriage, the wife has to abide to the custom of that family? Yes or no?
I do not agree with what you are saying. You said I was wrong. Please tell me what is right.
Okay.
I don't have opinion here. Just tell me what is right.
Let me put it straight to you. Under customary marriage, okay, the wife has to agree. She needs to abide to the doctrine, okay, and the laws of that custom of that family. For example, let's say in that family, in Yoruba, I don't know how to say it in English. Oh, after your husband died, you have to mourn him for so and so days without doing anything. I don't know what the Ekiti, whatever, Aloba family doctrine is. Okay, so now, Baba coming out now, even after saying she's our wife, coming out now to say Wunmi is not an Aloba, he has a right because Wunmi has failed, okay, in all ramifications to comply with the doctrine of that family under customary law. So Baba has the right to do it now. It doesn't matter. It's relevant that he didn't do it before. It's relevant.
Is that your point?
That's my point.
Let me now put it to you that this is a discussion after the fact. Number one, the person she was married to is late. When she married the person, it is a man that goes to marry a woman, not in Nigerian custom. not a woman that goes to marry a man.
No,
Let me
under
finish,
custom-
Baba.
oh,
You've said your own. You are talking
wait.
about customary.
No,
Just
no,
relax.
sir, wait.
Don't talk.
Under customary
Baba,
law,
Baba, go.
the
You
person that
cannot
pays
win
the
me on
bride
this.
price is the head of the family.
You cannot win me on this. So all you are saying, you are talking accessory after the fact. Now, number one, how do you know someone is married to someone? Is it when the husband dies and the person did not fulfill for custom that you now come and say the person is not married to that person?
No,
When the bride price
Because
is
that
paid.
is what you are saying.
No,
That
no,
is what you are saying.
no,
Have you
no,
returned the bride price?
wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Have you
I am
returned the
saying-
bride price?
Okay,
That
wait.
is what you are saying.
Wait. I am saying categorically under the law.
You are chopping the bride price.
Wait,
and yet-
there's a noise coming out. Where's the noise coming from now? See, what I'm saying is that under customary law, the marriage in Nigeria, okay, the head of the family who paid the bride price, as they say, when the husband dies, unfortunately, he did.
Baba, you said this is what you do. But I want you, even if you are not a legal person, you must argue logically. There is something that precedes something. Which one comes before mourning? Is it the marriage or the mourning?
Okay, in this case now, okay, the marriage takes place and you pay the bride price. See, in Wumi's marriage to Mohbad, in Wumi's marriage to Mohbad, all the four factors of the customary law were satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So she was married to Mohbad, customarily. But you and I know that under customary law, I can marry so many wives because there's no law guiding the woman.
Guiding the woman, guiding the man. Is it the woman that can marry more? There is no law guiding the man not to have another wife.
Okay, what I'm saying in essence is that if that man dies under customary law, that woman has no right.
No. You see, this is where you get some things wrong. You see, there have been many landmark cases. Because a man dies does not mean you are going to deprive his wife of her legitimacy of a marriage. Because that is what you are doing.
Aristocrat.
That is what you are doing.
Aristocrat. Olori Ebi under customary marriage. He will share the properties. Olori Ebi will do it under customary law.
Okay.
Under
What we are
customary
talking.
Your voice sílẹ̀. Mo understand nǹkan tó ń sọ as in ọ̀rẹ́ kò tẹ̀ wọ anyway. So what are you saying? Yeah, I mean, we are talking about marriage, okay? We want to dissolve a marriage, okay? We are kind of going on the route of manipulation, on the route of being deceived, okay? Which Aristocrat is saying that one song that Baba should have been singing was that I only came for introduction. Is that what we did? Is that you call that marriage? I come on now.
Okay, what I'm saying to you is what I'm saying to you.
That would have been dissolved and understandable from the beginning.
Wait. What I'm saying to you now is that because he didn't do it then, it's relevant. He can still do it now. Because Wumi has failed to comply with the family custom. It doesn't
What
matter.
family custom? What are you guys saying?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Custom. What are you saying?
He can still say it now. It doesn't matter.
You can't.
Let me ask you a question.
Like that.
Chessman.
How do you divorce? How do you divorce a marriage in customary marriage? How do you divorce? You return bride price.
See, when it comes to customary marriage, okay?
Yes. How do you divorce?
The woman, you can return the bride price if you want to. The woman has got no right. She's got no say. That's what I'm saying.
If you want to, no, Chessman, where are you from? Because I think your custom is different.
Baba has not returned from her bride price yet.
Your custom is different from our own.
Custom varies. My custom in my own hometown in Ife is different from Ekiti. It varies. Wait. I'm not gonna go into that. Let me gently say to you now is that what you're saying that Baba should have renounced the marriage, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. He can still do it now. He can still do it now. It doesn't matter.
There is something you still don't understand. You see, because a child brought the name of the family to disrepute does not mean the child is not a member of your family. That is what you are more or less saying. does not mean he's not a member of the
aristocrat. Under the
Let me explain. What you are saying is this: that is custom of the family. That after a man dies, the wife is meant to mourn, and because she did not mourn, that means he's no more married to them. Who determines that?
It depends on the custom of the
What
family.
kind of custom? What kind of custom is that? Because if you take that to the court of law, that is not a ground to say she's not married to you. You've accepted her as a wife. She has given birth to you in your house. And because the husband died and she did not mourn the husband, according to you, you now say that is a custom of your own. Therefore, because you are Olori Ebi, she's no more your wife. And you are depriving her of her right. Who the hell makes such law?
What I'm saying now, see, you're getting me wrong. What I'm saying is that, see, under customary marriage, when the man dies, the woman, she is compelled to comply with the custom of that family. That's what customary is. And also, if she bore a child, okay, and the child was to gain anything from that family, under the inheritance law in Nigeria, that child has to be a legitimate child. The word legitimate is there. Legitimate is there.
Number one.
We know this one now. You
see, all these things you are saying, that is why I said you are doing accessory after the fact. We are talking about, is Wunmi married to Mohbad?
Yes, she was under customary law.
Otito, you have answered the question, so leave it. That is what we are talking about.
Okay, my next question will be, what are Wunmi's
rights under
customary law?
At what point she stopped being married? At what point?
She's still married to Mohbad. Wait, the moment Mohbad died, the custom of the family comes into play. Okay, for example, some families say, okay, look at Governor of Akeredolu.
Has anybody said they want to shoot Wunmi Lopo? She said she did not want.
You don't know that yet. Do you know that?
I don't know. So don't talk about it. If anybody knows about it, don't bring that discussion.
Can I ask a question, please?
You don't bring that discussion because there is no way we have found out that she has disrespected the custom of the family. If they say, now Adura is going to be your husband according to our custom, and she said, lie, Adura. Has that happened? No. But what we are talking about here is simply this. What many of us spoke about from beginning is we don't believe what they called marriage was marriage. And the Baba said in his interview that they deceived him. So what the Baba ought to have been saying from there is to say, it was introduction I went to. If they call it wedding, I don't take his wedding. They say you gave them money. We gave the family money to say, we come to greet you. Let's give mommy and papa some money as you go to people and you give your in-laws to be money.
Very simple.
You will not say it is dowry because
again,
you are denying it.
Another danger is that it was even done secretly in an enclosed place. It doesn't even meet up to many marriage conditions.
And Baba will say, I'm the only one that came. My own siblings do not come. My friends do not come. How can my first child be getting